Hi! Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Spooktacular Saturdays. Now in this episode, what episode are we on? Episode 3 of Spooktacular Saturdays. We are going to be going through the paranormal case, wow, of the iconic, the most famous, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious case in the book, the Amityville Horror. Yes, we're going through the Amityville Horror. Now, as you might know, the Amityville Horror case has been made into multiple different types of movies. A big movie series like Amityville Horror Dollhouse and all that other stuff. Of course, Ed and Lorraine Warren did this case. I mean, this is the first series. The first series, if you don't know, is Ed and Lorraine Warren. So, what's going to be so significant about this episode is that I have opened 3 different articles, and like in all of my other videos like these, the links to the articles will be in the description box below. Now, before I begin, if you do not know what Spooktacular Saturday is, I upload every week an episode of Spooktacular Saturdays on Saturdays, how significant, at 4:30 p.m. SAST. Got it. South African Standard Time. Basically, we go through different cases, such as paranormal cases, murder cases, all them stuff. Especially the ones from Ed and Lorraine Warren, because like I said in my other episode, they are the best. I'm a fan of them. Period. Full stop. Okay, back to the video. Now, this is the first time I am reading the case, so you're gonna get my utter reaction to this case. And there is a video as well, which I'm thinking of actually doing a reaction video. Comment down below if you'd like to see me do a reaction video for another episode. Oh, and comment down below what case you would like to see in future seasons. I'm saying that right? Right? Yes, future seasons, future episodes. Now the first case is by NESPR, which is the New England, the New England Society for Psychic Research. And it goes like this. Oh, okay, so it starts by saying, Ronald Defo, whatever his name is, Jr. On November 13th. 13? Really? Like, already I can see where this is going. I don't understand. 13 is the unlucky number, but I just don't understand. Whatever. 1974, in the small town of Amityville, New York, Ronald DeFeo burst into Harry's bar and screamed that his parents had been shot and killed. Interesting. Police discovered the bodies of 6 members of the DeFeo family. The father, mother, and 4 of the 5 DeFeo children were found, face down, shot in the back of their heads. Doesn't that remind you of something? I think this scene was in the Conjuring movie. I think Conjuring 2. She was like sitting around a seance table. I'll hopefully have a picture up. And yeah, It's just so significant. It's just not like, was that where it came from? Anyway. Ronald claimed that he wasn't home during the murders and had only discovered the bodies of his parents prior to arriving at Harry's bar after police officers found a gun case for a 35 caliber Marlin rifle. What does that? Sorry. 35 caliber Marlin rifle. Damn, but those things are big. Oh my good God. That is massive. That had gotta have made a sound. Well, I don't know guns, but please tell me in the comment section down below. I don't understand that situation. But anyway, after a lengthy trial, Ronald DeFeo was found guilty of the heinous murders of his family. He was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences. Wait, a life sentence is 21 years. So 21... Hold up. Hey Google, what is 21 times 6? 126 years! Mother. Okay. He must still be alive. Ish. This was 1974, so... How old was he? No age.
He looks maybe he's like 40, 70, 74, 84, 4, 14. Oh no, he is definitely dead. Wait, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. No, he could actually be alive still.
Lord. Okay. But there never has been a solid explanation of how one person acting alone could take the lives of 6 family members in the dead of night. 3:15 a.m. And no one heard the shots being fired. Did I not just say that? Replay the clip. Oh my good God. That is massive. That had gotta have made a sound. Did I not just say that? Next subheading, the Lutz family. On December 18th of 1975, the Lutz family moved into the DeFeo home. Why do they call it the DeFeo home? Can I not just call it like the home? I mean, the DeFeo home. They're all dead and one is in prison, so it really doesn't matter. Though it had only been 13 months since the DeFeo murders had occurred. Okay, I understand now. 13. 13 again! No, 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 no! No! Absolutely not. 13. Why 13? I don't understand. George and Kathleen Lutz thought the Dutch Colonial was a lovely home and a steal at $80,000, never expecting they'd have to leave it all behind 28 years later. Now 28 days, not years, I meant days. But now that's a bit interesting. Okay. A Catholic priest arrived while the Lutz family was unpacking to bless the family home. As the priest made his way upstairs to the 2nd floor, entering the bedroom which had formerly belonged to Mark and John DeFeo, he began sprinkling holy water, at which point an unseen voice told the priest,
"Get out,"
which he hastily did. The priest did not tell the Lutz family about the voice, but he did warn them, do not use the upstairs room as a bedroom and do not let anyone sleep in there. Although ominous, the Lutz family abided by the words of the priest and turned it into a sewing room. Imagine, I'm just thinking right now, okay. So they make the Annabelle doll in there, put it in a hobby store, they get that, and that it's like a whole circle of a situation. Think about that. Conspiracy theory? I think so. On the very first night they moved in, the family claimed they felt strange sensations within... Okay, sensations. Sorry if I keep looking up. I'm looking at the time because 11 minutes. Going on to 12. Interesting. On the very first night they moved in, the family claimed they felt strange sensations. Within days, the family's personality had drastically changed. Arguments ensued. That sounds like the work of a demon. George was plagued with a constant chill and spent all his time feeding the fireplace. But it was winter. Was it not? I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, it was winter. Feeding the fireplace is fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah? The lad's daughter began spending all her time in her room playing with an... Okay, imaginary friend. No. 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 Absolutely not. We are not having these imaginary friends anymore. Thank you. She described as a red-eyed pig called Jody, who can transform not only shape but size, at times being larger than the house. Jody also claimed she could not be seen by anyone unless she wanted them to. But no, wait, couldn't that be just like a friendly one? Yeah, no. No. Mysterious foul odors would emanate from different locations of the house. Black stains appeared on the toilets and ceramic fixtures. Kathy was touched by an unseen force and a green gelatin substance would appear throughout the house. Something is making me quite skeptical. I mean, a green substance? Hundreds of flies appeared in the sewing room despite it being the dead of winter. See, I told you it was winter! George would wake up nightly at 3:15 a.m., which coincided with the time the police felt the Defoes were murdered. George also awoke one night to witness his wife transform into a 90-year-old hag, and the next night she began levitating over the bed. If I saw someone do that, if I saw that happen, I'd leave. They should have left earlier, because all the signs were there. The Lutz family tried on numerous occasions to contact the Catholic priest, only to find the cell phones would cut out whenever they would try to call. After failing to get the priest to return, the family took matters into their own hands. Armed with a crucifix, they walked throughout the house reciting the Lord's Prayer. A chorus of voices erupted in response, asking them,
Will you stop?
The final night was reported to be the worst. Banging and rappings as loud as a marching band emanated throughout the house, furniture being moved by its own accord, and the children being terrorized. After 28 days in the Defoe home, the family claimed they could take no more. They grabbed only a few belongings and fled the house, taking shelter at Kathy Lutz's mother's home in nearby Babylon. Good idea. You're smart. The Warrens investigate. Oh my goodness. I love it when the Warrens investigate. 20 days after the Lutz fled, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were called in by Marvin Scott, a newspaper reporter by Channel 5NY, who had covered the Amityville story and worked on a prior investigation with the Warrens. Now that's good. A team of reporters, investigators, and parapsychologists were assembled by Ed Warren and met at the home at 112 Ocean Avenue. The Lutz family refused to re-enter the home during the investigation. During the investigation, Ed was physically pushed to the floor while using some religious provocation in the basement. Lorraine was also overwhelmed by the sense of a demonic presence and was plagued by her psychic impressions of the Defoe family's bodies laid along the floor covered in white sheets and a sense of physically being pushed back. Okay, let's continue. The research team also captured an image of spirit that appeared as a little boy peering from the second floor. No, bitch, that's when you know. You leave. You don't stand there anymore. You leave. It could be good, it could be bad, but whatever it is, you still leave. Anyway, the land was also found to be used by John Ketchum. John Ketchum was a practicing black magician and had a cottage on the land prior to the construct of the Dutch colonial in 1924. John requested that his remains be buried on the property, and they remain there till this day. Now, is that not a provocation? I don't know what is. The Shinnecock Indians also at one time had an enclosure on this land that was used to house the sick and the mad. Those in the enclosures were left to die. More. Okay, more death. The Warrens believed that the suffering there had left the property with a very negative energy and dark history. And that such a negative history was a magnet for demonic spirits and the preternatural. I think I'm saying that right. The Warrens believed these energies directly impacted the lives of both the Defoes and the Lutz. The Warrens retrieved a handful of the Lutz' earthly possessions and the deed for the property. The Lutz sold the rest of the belongings and relocated to California. The Ocean Avenue home that was once purchased for $80,000 in 1975 by the Lutz family sold for $950,000 in 2010. Oh my gosh! What the hell? And is again on the market. There have been no further reports of activity from recent residents. But like Lorraine Warren said the same thing. You could go into a house and there's so much activity, but then you leave and then someone else comes in and they leave you alone. They leave them alone. Which is they're like very picky. Hello. Like they're just picky. But you also need to respect them at the same time. So this was the whole case on TonySpero.com. Or if you wanna, www.warrens.net. But the links will be down in the description box below. Okay. Now, let's see if there are any other things that we missed. So we're on ABC News right now. This article was written on 7 January 2006. That's 1 year after I was born. Yes. Okay. True, the house had been the scene of a horrible multiple murder a little over a year ago when 23-year-old Romy Defoe went from room to room, methodically shooting his parents and his 4 brothers and sisters in their beds. But the Lutz sat down with their 3 young children and agreed the family could handle it. Just in case, though, the day they moved in, they had a priest, Father Ray Picararo, bless the house. According to Lutz, the priest said he felt an unseen hand slap him in the sewing room and heard a voice say, "Get out." Then Lutz says Picararo became ill with flu-like symptoms and his hands began to bleed. The family moved in anyway. Yeah. Lutz says that the family kept the fireplace burning day and night in a futile attempt to stay warm and found strange gelatinous drops on the carpets when they woke up in the morning. At times, he claims his wife was physically transformed into an old woman with the face, hair, and wrinkles of a 90-year-old. One of the researchers, Lorraine Warren, remembers an overwhelming feeling of horrible depression in the house. The team also took a series of time-lapse photos of the upstairs landing. None of the photographs showed anything out of the ordinary except one, which had what Ditto describes as the face of what appeared to be a little boy peering out from one of the bedrooms. Meeting with the murderer's lawyer, things returned to normal for the Lutz family after they left the house, and George Lutz began to wonder if the house's horrors that had driven DeFeo to kill his family. I'm pretty sure they did. Like, all jokes aside, I'm almost 100% accurate. They did. Joe Nickel, a professional skeptic who has made a career out of challenging claims of paranormal activity, believes there is no scientific basis for any of the claims. from Holzer, the Lutz, or anyone else, the bottom line is that it was a hoax, or is simply, at best, a matter that is not proven. And that's not very good for America's most famous haunted house. But remember, scientists cannot... Just because a scientist says that it's... Okay, let me repeat. Let me try and think of what I'm going to say before I say it. Just because a scientist hasn't proven it, doesn't mean it's not real. I've had experiences by myself, of my own experiences. I'm writing about it. Wait, that could be the end of series 1 special. If you guys would like that, comment down below. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else, darling? This is hectic. This is like something to think about. In a video, I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below because it was a very, very well done. Also, Ed and Lorraine Warren. On the Ed and Lorraine Warren show, Lorraine said that when she went into the house, she mentioned, I hope this is the closest I get to hell, because it certainly feels like it. Okay. I'll leave the link to that video in the description box below, as well as all the links to the websites I used and articles. So please go check them out and do some research for yourself. I am motivating you guys to do research about this for yourselves. Anyway, if you love this video... Hi guys, it's me editing. I'm not in my whole getup, my whole setup, because I've just got something I'm going to say. So, I've got a little bit of information that I would like to share about the Amityville Horror House quick. The horror house was sold in 2006, and then sold again in 2010, and is now again for sale in 2016, and is being sold for $850,000. But they've made the house look so gorgeous. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of it now. Just give me a second. Here y'all go. Just a heads up, they made it look really freaking pretty, and I'm really annoyed about that. Okay, I'm done. So, to the outro. If you love this video as much as I enjoyed filming it, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a moment that I upload. Please comment down below what you would like to see in the future, not just Spooktacular Saturdays, but as well as just videos in general. I am working on a collaboration with my best friend who was in the previous video, but because she finally decided to make her own YouTube channel. So we're going to create a video for her, and we're going to create a video for me. Expect Sabrina's Shortcakes to show up in that video. That video will hopefully be uploaded next week, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. But do comment down below what you'd like to see in the future. Please answer the poll that is in the eye corner of this video. Up. No, finger, not there. Up there. Should pop up. And also answer the polls on my Instagram. Also in the description box below. Follow me on social medias. And if you have any business inquiries or anything of the such, email me on the business emails down below. Or if you'd like to just hear it, it should pop up on the screen now. houseofrandom with a 3 at the end @gmail.com. Or kidshift6789 @gmail.com, which is my personal email, which I use for complaints. Don't send me queries on that. House of Random email is gonna soon change. As you can see on my channel, I've got a little watermark. Lovely. It's so pretty. I've also got my channel logo done and my banner done, which was very boring, but I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm really obsessed with doing YouTube. Yeah, okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. No, never mind. Stay happy, No, I'm saying it wrong. Whoa. No, I am saying it right. Stay happy, stay hydrated, and don't mess with the wrong giraffe. For now, bye, and see you in the next episode.